Webb here again with another Gears 3D motion capture video and analysis. And in this video, we're going to look at a PGA Tour player. And the aspect that we're going to pay attention to here is the forward bend of the upper body. I get some questions about how the upper body works in this plane of motion. So this forward bend here is what we're going to discuss and look at in detail. And at address, this golfer is bent forward 40.98 degrees here, and we can see that with this shaded area here, and the number next to it corresponds to this shaded area. So what I think confuses a lot of people when they say to maintain their spine angle is that to do that you would maintain this 40-degree bend number all the way to the top of the backswing. Well, that really doesn't happen. What you're going to see here, and I'm going to start rotating this golfer as I do it, the golfer is going to start losing that forward bend. So from 40, he now is 25 degrees bent forward, so he's less bent forward than he was at address. And what you're going to see at the top of the swing, as he continues to rotate his body, he's actually right around this left arm getting to the top of the swing. He's gotten to zero and actually gone to where he's bent his torso backward a little, which is eye-opening for most people that think you maintain your spine angle. What you're actually doing is just maintaining your inclination to the ground. So instead of 40 degrees of forward bend, now you've got approximately 40 degrees of side bend. So you've just bent your torso toward the ground here about 40 degrees as you take out the forward bend, and that allows you to maintain your inclination to the ground and also to keep your head fairly still, which is something that you see high-level players do. They don't really move their head a whole lot around during the backswing especially. You may see some kind of down and forward in transition with a lot of these good players, but on the backswing, you don't maintain your spine angle, you maintain your inclination to the ground. So again, starting at 40, 41-ish, you're going to lose that forward bend all the way to the top of the swing, either getting to zero, maybe a positive a few numbers, but if you continue back, a lot of times you'll find that you get a little bit of negative bend, and that's okay. That's the natural motion of the swing as you reach the top of the backswing. So as we move into the downswing, you're going to start regaining that forward bend. So you went from negative 3.8. He's going to start adding the forward bend back in. You see it gaining as he's rotating his body back toward impact. And normally, most of the time, what I'm seeing with these high-end players that they reach address forward bend approximately when the club shaft is parallel to the ground on the downswing. So I have a lot of people think that they need to be at the same forward bend they were at impact as they were at the address, and that's really not entirely the case. You actually reach that number a little bit early, and because of body rotation and the fact that you're bending your right shoulder toward the ground some, in this case 26 degrees, you're bending this right side of your rib cage here, you can see that, toward the ground. Because of that, and because of the fact that you've rotated your rib cage, in this case 26 degrees open, and you're going to extend your body some. So at impact, instead of having 41 degrees of forward bend, you actually have lost some at 32. So as you're turning and side bending your body to the right or away from the target, you're also extending your spine, and you're going to see this number actually continue to lose angle, and you'd be at zero right here. So you went from zero forward bend to the top of the backswing, you regained the forward bend, and then you completely lost it again by the time the arm gets parallel to the ground in the follow through. And then you're going to see you see some different finish positions from guys. He has some forward bend at the finish, but this position here with the club gets as close to the target as it's going to get, a lot of times you'll see zero forward bend with the upper body. So I hope that helps. I wanted to clear that up for people that had questions about that. So let's run through it again. About 40 degrees at address. Let's call it zero at the top, but about 40 degrees of side bend. Rotating to impact, regaining all the forward bend by the time the club shaft's about parallel. losing forward bend as you add some side bend and rotation, and then into the finish. And all those blended together is what creates, let's pull this up here so you can see it. Let me put some body lines on here. All those things blended together are what creates, I guess you would say, the illusion of spine angle. So hope that helps you out. If you've been trying to maintain your spine angle through the swing, I was hoping this might clear things up. I hope it didn't provide too much detail and confuse you, but sometimes it takes a little bit of a deep dive into the detail to understand how things work. And to me, clearing up some of these misconceptions about the body motion can help you with your own swing. So hope that helps. Let me know if you need anything else, and I'll be glad to shoot a video for you. And we will see you in the next Gears video. Thank you.